Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara. On my channel I talk all things makeup, low buy, no buy, conscious consumerism, project panning. Here we are. It is 2022 now, or at least it is when you are watching this video. I'm filming this at the end of the month. It's December 28th, but this is going live on January 1st. Today's video is a wrap up of 2021. I got a little bit dressed up today. I mean, I always get a bit dressed up for filming. I don't usually look like this, but this is one of my favorite shirts. It's this embroidered top that I bought from Urban Outfitters many years ago, but I haven't really had much occasion to wear, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. But anyways, let's get into the video. So I'm just going to do a quick summary of my relationship to makeup over the past decade, I guess, but I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you're familiar with my content, so you kind of know my history. Basically, I used to be a makeup hoarder. I was just always buying makeup. I would never finish any products, and I would also never declutter or get rid of anything, so my collection just grew and grew and grew, and I was really sucked in by like cheap prices and especially sales at the drugstore, so I wasn't even necessarily buying things that I wanted or needing. I was just going for like whatever would tempt me until 2019. I read Marie Kondo's book, and that sort of jump-started my relationship with minimalism and decluttering and curating everything. So I sort of transitioned that over to makeup, and I decided to not buy makeup for a year, and then I realized there was this whole community on YouTube, started making videos about it, and halfway through 2021 I decided to go off of my no buy and transition to a low buy. However, this was not super effective, and I have effectively been on a makeup no buy since the beginning of 2019. So pretty much 3 years now, didn't purchase any makeup. There are a couple of exceptions. I have purchased some things here and there. There is a couple new things that I brought into my collection, and this no buy applied to everything. Well, not clothing, but like skincare, hair care, body care for the first 2 years. But over the course of this past year, I have been running out or running low on things, so I have loosened up the no buy or low buy on skincare especially, and I have brought a lot of new skincare into my collection, which is fine because that stuff I get through fairly quickly, whereas makeup takes a lot longer. So there we are. We're caught up to the present day, and I really do credit my YouTube channel sort of being where it is today because of the no buy. If I wasn't on this, I would just be another person making makeup content but not really knowing like what niche I fit into, which is what I did before. I actually started this channel back in 2015, and I did makeup content, fashion content. I might have even done some hair content, not really knowing what I was doing. And then I realized that this was a niche that I fit into really, really well. So here we are. I have over 2,000 subscribers now, and thank you all so much for being here, I guess. Especially over the past couple months, as I've done like end of the year videos, inventory, project pan, stuff that's like more exciting. I have seen a lot of growth in my channel over the past month or two, and it's pretty wild that like every time I log onto YouTube, I see my number of subscribers is higher. And I know that part of that is December. There's just like way more people watching YouTube in December, and there's more like ad revenue and everything. So I am expecting that to go down in January, but I can't believe that I made it to 2,000 before the end of 2021. So thank you. That doesn't really have anything to do with makeup, but I just wanted to say thank you. So this will serve as a kind of update to my makeup no buy / low buy. I did an update back in September where I was just kind of like, I want to be able to talk about how I feel like my relationship with makeup is doing and if I'm succeeding or not succeeding at the low buy, and let you know if I'm buying any new products, bringing anything new and exciting into my collection. That video was a lot of fun, and I think I should have been doing that for a long time, like every couple months. I think it makes sense to do an update on my low buy. So yes, this is a quarterly update, but this is also sort of an end of the year type of update. My relationship with makeup, I think, is doing great. I'm happy with the products I'm using, but there's still a lot of things that I like want to get out of my collection. And so through my project pan, I'm really working on that. Yeah, I think by this point it's fair to say that I was on a 3-year no buy, though I technically switched over to a low buy mid 2021. I didn't buy any new products. I did bring a couple new things into my collection through Buns, which is a trading platform, but I didn't actually go out and buy anything. So 3-year makeup no buy, woo, still going strong, which was not the intention. In terms of how happy I am with my collection, I mean, the products I'm using now are on the whole much better than what I was using like a year or two ago when I really didn't like what I was using. That being said, I'm still working through this Tarte foundation. I'm still working on other things that I don't love. And I know that that means that products I like more are maybe kind of going to waste, but this is still my mindset that I just want to get things out first. In terms of other makeup that I want to bring in the next little while, I can see myself buying the NYX glitter primer. That is actually something that I feel like it would be really useful to my collection. I don't have anything like it. I do intend to purchase that in the next little while. And at some point I will need to buy a new foundation, but I still have kind of 4 foundations, and I don't think it makes sense to bring in another foundation until I finish at least 2 of those, because 2 of those foundations are quite old. 2 of them are newer, but 2 of them are quite old, and so I don't want to bring something new and shiny into my collection until I've assured myself that I'm done with those older ones. And I think that this just speaks to how much better my relationship with makeup is now, because I actually do have a Sephora gift card, and so I know that what I'm going to be buying with that is a foundation, but I haven't gone out and purchased it yet because I know that I don't need to go out and bring something new in before I finished my old things, which I wouldn't have been able to act like that in the past for sure. I also wanted to mention Black Friday because I found myself more tempted by Black Friday than I have been tempted by any kind of sales in a while. I think it's because it was sort of getting towards the end of the year, you know, just like the general holiday shopping vibe. I was really in that mindset, and I actually did go to the Eaton Centre, which is a mall here in Toronto, on Black Friday to pick up some things that I did actually need. And so I was already there and I was like, should I go to Sephora? Should I do it? There was a lot of things that I almost bought that day that I didn't buy, and I'm so happy that I didn't actually go through and buy those things. But why don't I show you what I actually did buy on Black Friday? They were all skincare items. So first I went to The Ordinary and I picked up the Mineral UV SPF 30 with antioxidants, as well as the Natural Moisturizing Factors and HA. So I don't actually love this sunscreen, but I just find it's inexpensive for what it is. So I bought this as a backup of what I currently have because it is passable. This one, I kind of regret buying this now because I realized that I have a couple of other moisturizers, so I didn't really need this. I felt like I was running out, but I have a bunch of other stuff. This is kind of unnecessary, but I'm sure at some point I will need to purchase this anyways, so I guess it's good to have. There was a bunch of other stuff that I almost bought at The Ordinary. I almost tried some new serums. I was tempted by the foundation and by the primer because Kelly Gooch loves the primer. And because I went in November, it was this big sale. I think it was only like $4 or $5. But I still have one primer that I never ever reach for. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to buy that other primer, I need to at least finish up that one that I still have. I was very tempted, but I actually succeeded in not buying anything that I wasn't planning to buy. And also I have a bunch of serums still, and I'm struggling to get through them. So yeah, it was definitely a good idea to not pick those up. The other store that I went in was the Body Shop. I've actually really been enjoying the Body Shop lately. They have a refill program, which I'm super into. Unfortunately, the product that I wanted, they don't have a refill program for, but this is the Skin Clearing Facial Wash, the tea tree one. I just find this to be so effective, feels so good on my skin. My partner actually also got me this, so now I have 2. So I just have like a lot of face washes. I'm like, I hope I can get through all of these in the next 12 months. We'll see. I was really tempted to also get the tea tree toner, like the one that went with this. I was like, no, I have a lot of skincare already. I need to get through these serums first. And I was only tempted because it was on sale. If it hadn't been on sale, I don't think I would have been interested in buying it because it was. I was like, ooh, I can get both of these and try them together. No, I don't need more. I just want to keep my skincare as minimal as possible because otherwise I don't end up doing all the steps. So I love that. And then I also got my partner a deodorant when I was there because it was on sale. But nothing else for me. And then I also went into Bath and Body Works because my sister had wanted a candle. Don't love that place. Feel like they're just not a great company, and I actually couldn't handle being in there for too long. So I got candles from other places like the Bay and Indigo for my sister. All this to say, when I actually did go to the mall, I felt really good about what I was buying. I didn't have any regrets. Yeah, also shopping gives me serotonin. Like, I love shopping, even if I'm not necessarily buying anything, especially clothing. I love shopping. Which is not a great combination with my proclivity for overspending, overconsuming. So basically I just need to like go shopping but not bring my wallet, not let myself spend anything, because I just enjoy being in a mall. Despite like hating the idea of the mall, you know what I mean? I do have some makeup goals or goals for my overall collection this year, but I will be doing a video just on my overall makeup goals, so I will address all of that stuff in that video. I really just wanted to give an update on what makeup I had bought in the last little while, which was none, and let you know that I will be continuing in this route over the next little while. So again, I guess I'm kind of on a low buy because I am planning to get that NYX glitter primer. I will be getting a new foundation when I finish off 2 of my foundations. So I'm not really on a no buy, but at the same time I'm not on a low buy. Like, I'm only getting those 2 very particular items. Let me know what you think below. Does that count as a low buy or does that count as a no buy? I think I'm just gonna call it a no buy. It's kind of like better for branding if I say that I've been on a 3-year no buy and I'm continuing into my 4th year of a makeup no buy. I feel like that's pretty impressive, you know? So I think that that's all I wanted to update you on in terms of makeup. I really don't have that much to say, but I think that that's a good thing. If I had like a whole haul to do, that would kind of be going against my ethics. I do have a different kind of haul. As I mentioned earlier, I love shopping. You can probably tell I don't love consuming makeup. I tend to use Buns when I do want to get a new product, because that is a trading platform where you can get makeup secondhand. Of course, like for example, this was completely brand new. It had never been touched. So I do it safely, of course, but it is pretty difficult to find makeup that way. Whereas with clothing, it is so easy to get secondhand clothing, and all of the clothing that I purchase now is secondhand. My favorite store is called Plato's Closet, which you can find across the US and Canada. And I go there every couple of months. I bring in old clothing that I'm decluttering to see if they want to buy it, and then I also bring in new clothing. And just yesterday I went through and decluttered. I was like reorganizing my drawers, and so I decluttered like 10 products. I was so impressed. I didn't even know that I had that much stuff that I wanted to get rid of, because I pretty regularly get rid of something. Like, I would say just about every week I find a product that I want to declutter. I don't even know how I accumulated all this stuff, but that's just like, I used to be such a hoarder, I swear. But yeah, a little while ago I went to Plato's Closet. Actually, it was like a month ago, but the clothing has been sitting over there in a pile because I didn't want to forget, and I did want to do a little haul. In my last update, I also did a clothing haul because I have no makeup that I can haul, so I'm like, well, would you like a clothing haul instead? Honestly, one of the best hauls that I've got from there in a long time. I'm obsessed with that store. The prices are so good. So let's just get into what I bought. And don't worry, I will be doing a try on. That is the best part, I know. So I'm obsessed with all of these items, and they are such great additions to my wardrobe. It's the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't know how I didn't own these before. Literally the day after I bought them, I wore 3 of the clothing pieces. Like, I was like, I just need these. I needed these a year ago. I needed these yesterday. So this is a top from Wilfred. I've worn this a couple of times already, so I don't still have the tag on, but I remember this was $14. It's just a cute little tank top. It's very flattering, ribbed. I don't know what else to say about this. It's so cute. It's so flattering. I love this top. And I got rid of a couple of just like basic black tank tops recently, so this was a great replacement. This next one, a lot of these are like statement pieces. This is a pair of pants. These are from Zara. Look at them. Oh my god. I did not know I needed these. They're just like flowy at the bottom. Super comfy. Very, very flattering. Just like skims the leg. It looks really, really good with heels or booties. And I was planning to wear this with that top as like a New Year's look. Now I do not think I have New Year's plans, but I feel like this outfit would be super cute. And I love that you like don't have to be uncomfortable to like look cute. Like, these are so comfortable and they look so cute and fancy. So I love these. I'll show you the coat that I wore with them as well. I think those pants were like $14 also, which was a really good deal. Okay, this is a pair of pants also from Zara. This is a baggy fit, the paper bag type of fit. It says carrot leg. I don't know what that means, but it's just like a really stretchy waistband, so super comfortable, kind of like a cream linen color. These still have the tags on. It says $49 and I got them for $22, so more than half off. Just like very loose and comfy, cuffed at the bottom. So I haven't worn these yet. I guess they're a bit more summery, so I wouldn't necessarily wear them in winter, but I love those. 2 pairs of light pants, and I didn't have any before. Then this one is a dress. This still has the tag on it as well. I think that I heard about this brand from Shauna, actually. I swear she was either talking about Ever New or Evermore. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with Taylor. But this is just a beautiful summery dress. Look at the bottom there. It's got this lovely lemon pattern with leaves. You can see it's still got the tag on. And it's a wrap dress. This is so flattering. I love the puffy sleeves. You guys know I love the puff sleeves look. And actually this past summer, I got rid of all of my summer dresses. I just decluttered all of them because I've had them for so long and I don't know, they were just kind of like dated. I wasn't into them anymore. So I have no dresses for the summer. Like I have a couple of black dresses, but I don't have any summer dresses. So I thought this would be perfect. I also have a Cuba trip booked with a bunch of friends for February. Who knows if that'll even happen, but if it does, you can see me in this, right? Like, it's perfect. This is everything that I was looking for, that I actually knew I was looking for. Like, I knew I wanted a wrap dress. I knew I wanted a summery dress. Pattern, it's perfect. Okay, second last clothing piece. This is a pair of leggings from Lululemon. These, they didn't have the new tag on them, but I swear these had never been worn before. Because when you look at the lining, like between the legs where you often see pilling very quickly, there's absolutely nothing. They seem completely new. This is exactly what I was looking for as well. I need more leggings that have these pockets at the side because otherwise it's just awkward, like where you put your keys or phone when you go out for a run or to the gym. They're this khaki color. I don't have any other workout clothing that is this color, but it's just neutral and matches everything. I think these were $30, which is obviously more expensive than those things, but it makes sense for Lulu. And then when I am no longer interested in these, I'm probably gonna resell them back to Plato's. I have done that before in the past. I just find Lulu to be a great investment, especially secondhand. And I actually wore these this morning, so that's why I had to go grab them. Okay, the last item, it's gonna blow your mind. Y'all, look at this coat. Look at it. Oh my god. This is faux fur, by the way. This was from Zara. This was $30 as well. There are pockets and there are little hooks so you can tie it up. Oh my god, I saw this and I was like, I need it. And then I tried it on and was like, no, I don't need it. And then I was like, no, I do need it. I'm so glad that I bought it. I was really on the fence, but I was like, I don't have anything like this. And it's so comfortable. I've worn this to like every fancy-ish thing that I've gone to. I went to the theater, I went to the symphony, I've had a bunch of parties, like I've worn it to all of them, and people are obsessed with it everywhere I go. So this was a great purchase. Okay, and then the actual last thing that I bought from Plato's was this Enchanted Wonderstruck Taylor Swift perfume. I actually have this perfume already. Here it is. I already have it, but it's a little size. I think this is the bigger size. I'm actually not sure. And it's more than halfway used, so I figured I would just get a backup. It's unopened, as you can see. This was $16. It's probably like $50 or $60 normally, I'm not sure, but I'm really glad to have a backup. I figured I would just pick that up, even though it's not clothing. They do have some like cosmetics type of things there. Okay, y'all, that was it. That was everything that I bought from Plato's Closet. This is actually more things than I usually buy because I got like 6 clothing items and 1 non-clothing. I feel like I'm usually happy if I find like 3 or 4, and I did have some more expensive items in here. So yeah, this was a bigger end haul for me, but I hadn't been since August. I've decluttered so many clothing items lately on top of those like 10 that I just decluttered yesterday I told you about. So I just feel like my wardrobe is seeing some serious changes and I'm really happy about it. Yeah, just like shopping for clothing, especially thrifting, makes me really excited. I always enjoy that and I highly recommend thrifting if you have access. Now, last thing, let's talk about a book that I have been reading lately. So I also have already returned this book. This is called Upright Women Wanted by Sarah Gailey. I had heard so much about this author from this podcast that I listened to and this book particularly, but it kind of fell flat for me. It wasn't really what I had expected. It was really short. It was more like a novella, which I probably was aware of but had like forgotten. It was like 100, maybe 130 pages, just like a snippet, like a couple of days. I didn't find the writing to be great. I'll explain what it's about. It's basically a Western but futuristic, very queer feminist, and a really interesting concept. So it's about the librarians who are essentially tasked with distributing materials, which there's only certain materials that are like acceptable, and the librarians are the only ones who can distribute this kind of material. And they seem to be like the most upstanding members of society, very like follow the law, very strict, but in fact they're all like queer and anti-establishment. So that part is pretty cool, but I don't know, I didn't love it. I don't think the characters had like enough time to really get to know them. But if that sounds like your cup of tea, I would definitely recommend it because it was a fun book. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This was a long one. I know my videos have kind of gotten very, very long lately. I think that will change in the new year. There's just been a lot to talk about, and these have been very large-scale videos, but I hope you have been enjoying. Next week will be my Project Pan finale and introduction of the 2022 Project Pan. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this kind of update and when you would next like to see one. I'm thinking I'll do them 4 times a year, so in a couple months. Let me know if you like the clothing haul especially. I love that kind of stuff, but I know it's different for my channel, but I just wanted to include it in another video because this is kind of an update, everything that's been going on for me. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.